The number one reason businesses fail is lack of capital. And the number one reason business owners cannot get access to capital is, you guessed it, bad personal credit. In this video, I'm going to go over the truth about no personal guarantee business funding. And I'm going to share some hard pills to swallow and basically explain why I personally think building business credit is a scam and a huge waste of time, and what your real options are for business funding as somebody with poor personal credit. If you're new to the channel, my name is Colin Matthew, and I'm the owner of Credit Veterans. We offer credit repair and business funding with no upfront fees. Click the link in the description below to learn more or to sign up for my group and one-on-one mentorship packages. Over 500,000 businesses are started every single month in America, and circling back to the number one reason businesses fail being lack of capital, there's a massive demand for business funding. And unfortunately, there are thousands of scammers out there trying to take advantage of business owners who want to realize the American dream of starting a business. When I first got into business funding space back in 2019, I saw tons of advertisements for no personal guarantee business funding and dozens of gurus claiming you could obtain business funding on your business's EIN instead of your social security number without undergoing a personal credit check. And as the saying goes, if it sounds too good to be true, it's probably too good to be true. After dabbling with some of these programs and no personal guarantee business funding methods, I'm going to share the truth and limitations of no personal guarantee business funding and the better way to get funded. And I'm also going to share some real funding options for those with bad credit. Now, when you start a business, typically the first thing you do is get incorporated. You file for either an LLC, corporation, sole proprietorship, and from there, you obtain your business's EIN letter, right? The EIN is your employer identification number. You get that from irs.gov, and essentially it is the business's social security number. It's used for filing taxes, and in some cases, for applying for business credit. Similar to how you can build your personal credit under your social security number, you can actually build business credit under your EIN number, and these are actually the two options for getting funded. Either using your personal credit to personally guarantee to get approved, or getting approved with your EIN and your business credit profile. Funding with a personal guarantee or funding without a personal guarantee. A personal guarantee refers to an individual's legal promise to repay credit that is issued to their business. You are personally guaranteeing the debt. You are signing responsibility in the event of the business failing or defaulting. A lot of people don't like the risk that comes with the personal guarantee, and they like the idea of not having a personal guarantee and not having to pay in the event of a default. But unfortunately, the reality is that there is no something for nothing, and this is simply too good to be true. The banks are not going to take the risk for you. So let's break down the two routes of getting funded, starting with no personal guarantee. With no PG funding, once you've obtained your EIN from irs.gov, you can start building business credit with the business credit bureaus, Dun & Bradstreet or D&B, Experian Business, and Equifax Business. These are business credit bureaus, similar to how on the personal side, there's personal credit bureaus, Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion. Credit bureaus are simply data collection companies that gather all of your borrowing information from various creditors that you do business and borrowing with, and they package it into a credit report and a credit score, and they share that information with anyone who wants to know more about you if they're looking or thinking about lending to you. You can actually build business credit by obtaining business credit accounts in your business name and making payments on those. Those payments are then reported to the business credit bureaus, and after 3 to 5 credit accounts or trade lines report to your business credit, it will generate business credit scores with that business credit bureau. But like personal credit, you can't just get high-limit valuable accounts like Chase and American Express right out the gate. You have to get starter accounts and work your way up through the tiers and start with low-risk, low-quality cards and credit such as secured cards and lower-tier cards like Discover and Capital One, and then work your way up the credit ladder. In business funding, these starter accounts are typically net 30 vendor credit. Net 30 vendors are business credit accounts that allow you to make a purchase and not have to repay the invoice until 30 days. These are companies such as Granger, Uline, Quill, CEO Creative, and basically by making $50 or more purchases of toilet paper, cleaning supplies, and other crap that you generally don't need to run a business, they will sometimes report that payment to the business credit bureaus. But of course, these companies are making money off of this, and sometimes they will not report your payment until you've made 2 or 3 payments. And this can take a couple of months and cost hundreds, if not thousands of dollars just to generate business credit scores. Once you have 3 to 5 trade lines reporting to either or all of the business credit bureaus, you'll typically generate business credit scores such as an 80 Paydex score with DNB or credit scores with Equifax and Experian Business. Now you can move on to tier 2 and access higher quality business credit accounts such as fuel cards. And once you've obtained 3 to 5 trade lines under tier 2, you can move up to tier 3, which is store cards like Lowe's, Home Depot, and Sam's Club. So this whole process takes roughly 6 to 18 months to do, depending how quickly these vendors report, and can cost thousands of dollars. And here's why I personally believe this is a huge scam. Lots of these building business credit gurus claim that there is a tier 4 with bank credit cards and lines of credit you can get, and they promise business owners that once you get 10 to 15 trade lines reporting to your business credit, that you can finally get real credit cards such as American Express with no personal guarantee. But if you call any major bank such as Chase, Bank of America, American Express, you could ask them if they offer credit cards without a personal guarantee. They will tell you that is simply not true. The only way to get a no PG cash credit card is corporate credit. And banks typically require you to be earning millions of dollars in revenue, such as American Express, $2 million or more, Bank of the West, $3 million or more, Citi and Capital One, $8 million or more to qualify for these no personal guarantee corporate credit accounts. The problem with building business credit, it is limited to non-cash credit. Cash credit is real credit that can be spent just like cash. This is bank credit cards, bank loans, and business lines of credit that could be used for marketing, investments, advertising, and payroll. What is not cash credit is net 30 accounts, store cards that could only be spent at the store, fuel cards that could only be spent at the fuel station, and net 30 accounts that could only be spent with that vendor. As the saying goes, cash is king, and real business owners need real cash credit that they can use with a 0% interest rate for marketing, payroll, and real business expenses. So think about it. Instead of spending $1,000 in 9 to 18 months building business credit with these useless accounts, you can redirect that money, resources, and time towards fixing your personal credit and actually obtain real quality cash credit, such as 0% business credit cards, business loans, and business lines of credit. Not only that, but everybody should aim to get a 700 plus FICO score. Everybody can benefit from the money you'll save on interest and the ability to finance cars and homes and access credit. Essentially, business owners are being taken down this time-consuming and resource-consuming rabbit hole rather than just facing and fixing the real problem at hand and at the source, which is having bad personal credit. Now, with the personal guarantee route, you can actually get funded on a brand new business right out the gate. You can open a business checking account with nationwide lenders such as Chase or American Express or Bank of America, and you can apply with a 680 plus FICO score and be approved for business credit cards with 0 APR, even on a brand new business right out the gate, with no need for building any business credit at all. Guys, I've acquired multiple 6 figures in business funding for entities that have not built any business credit at all. And on the other hand, I spent 12 months building business credit, acquiring an 80 Paydex score, and was never able to get a no PG card beyond the Sam's Club MasterCard. And so the truth is, it's just this unicorn fantasy that they're selling to people, because the reality is they know that the majority of people have bad credit. 30% of Americans have credit in collections. Over 40% of Americans have a credit score below 670, right? So they're selling you a dream. They're telling you what they want, what you want to hear, and they're telling you you could get funding without having a good personal credit. But the reality is that is just not the case. There is no something for nothing, guys. So my recommendation is face the problem head on, get your credit fixed, and you can access real business funding now with 0% interest. Now, guys, here are 3 options for those with bad credit. 2 bad credit options to get business funding. These are some that members from my community have actually been approved for, I've been approved for. The first one I would recommend is the PayPal Business Loan and the PayPal Business Working Capital. So these go up to 100K and up to 150K, and they both go up even higher if you've gotten a previous loan and repaid them, up to 150K and 250,000 each, right? So it's generally pretty quick. Both of them do require you to have a business account with PayPal. Now, the PayPal Business Loan requires a credit check with a minimum FICO score of 580, whereas the PayPal Working Capital requires no credit check. So this is a true no credit check. You just must have a PayPal business account and you've processed at least $15,000 in the last 12 months. So you can start a PayPal business checking account or a PayPal business account and accept payments through there so that you can, from your clients, whatever your existing business is, so that you can get access to capital with no credit check through PayPal. So one with a credit check, one without, two options here. I did get approved for a $100,000 PayPal business loan. The interest rate was not very good. And a lot of these have weekly repayments. And guys, as a rule of thumb, if it is weekly repayment, you're not getting a good deal, right? The interest on this 100K was $19,000. It was very expensive. Another one is Fundbox. Fundbox is minimum FICO score 600, minimum time in business 6 months, and you just must average around $8,000 a month or more, about 100K per year annual revenue. So if your FICO scores are 600 or higher, you make revenue, you're 6 months in business. Fundbox does have business lines of credit. They are up to 150K. Again, you're looking at weekly repayment terms. Bad business credit or bad personal credit, it's never going to be good, guys. It's going to be expensive. Your best option is always going to be fix your personal credit, get monthly low minimum repayment terms, and save a lot of money and get better interest rates, guys. The last one, we actually had a few members get approved for the Ascension business loan. If I'm saying that correctly, it's up to 100K. It's an opportunity fund, minimum FICO score 570. It's not for startups. You must be minimum 3 months in business. It's 5 to 100,000. Minimum FICO score, again, 570 to qualify. It is a little slower process, right? They're going to ask you about your business and different things like that. So these are 3 funding options, guys, for those with bad credits. But again, the best thing you can do is optimize your personal credit so you can get access to high quality funding for your business. So here's a quick recap, guys. There are 2 main ways to access capital for your business: with a personal guarantee and without a personal guarantee. With a personal guarantee, a 680 plus clean FICO score, you can access high quality cash credit that could be spent anywhere, just like cash, quickly, based off of having a personal credit score of 680 or higher. Without a personal guarantee, you're going to have to build business credit, which can take months, if not years, and cost you hundreds of dollars, and it's going to limit you to non-cash credit accounts such as store credit, fuel credit, and net 30 vendor credit. Fixing your personal credit can often be done quicker and for less money than the time and resources it takes to build business credit, and can actually get you to your real goal of obtaining real cash credit funding for your business. There are bad credit business funding options such as PayPal Business Loan, Fundbox, and On Deck, but often these bad credit options require you to already be making revenue, and the interest rates are going to be very, very expensive. As always, guys, I hope you found this video valuable, and if you did, drop a comment below and let me know what you learned or what you would like to see next. Don't forget to like and subscribe. This is Colin Matthew, and I'll see you guys on the next one.